program is brought to you by Newsworks in cooperation with the City of Eau Claire. This program is simulcast on WRFP-LP 101.9 FM.
Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us this evening for the City Council meeting and for being here for my 2019 State of the City Address. Thank you to Kathy Marole, Tess Morgan, and all the city staff who helped bring together the presentation that our city manager and I delivered at the Chamber on Friday. Our city has seen tremendous growth over the past decade due to the hard work and collaboration between public, private, nonprofit, and community leaders. 10 years ago, our unemployment rate was at 8.8%, above the state and national average. Today, it is now down below 2.2%, below state and national average. That translates into over 3,000 jobs in our community and hundreds of millions of increased growth to our tax base. Eau Claire has come a long way in the past 10 years. And I want to thank our city manager, Dale Peters, and the administrative team for all of the work they've done, being there every step of the way. At its core, local government is about community engagement, listening to and responding to the needs of the public. In 2018, we saw a significant number of different actions that we took as a city council to create a more engaged, a more safe and healthy community. We voted to add a public comment period to our city council meetings to make them more accessible and open. So now you can bring your ideas and concerns directly to the city council and have them heard even if they're not listed on the agenda. In 2018, we also held our first ever public listening session focused on the topic of affordable housing. Over 100 folks from all different backgrounds came down that evening to share their views on affordable housing and how we can take action on this important issue. And I know many of you are joining us again this evening, so welcome. We expanded our early voting this past year from 2 weeks to 3 weeks with a core belief that we need to make it easier for everyone in our city to vote. The busy schedule, kids could get sick, not everyone is able to make it on election day, and so we wanted to ensure that people have a chance to vote and have their voices heard. We held over 40 meetings with veterans and stakeholders to bring together the Veterans Tribute Trail because development projects work better when we work with all of our stakeholders and incorporate everyone's concerns. Thank you to Mr. Jeff Pippinger and the Community Services Department. Because of your leadership and hard work, the Veterans Tribute Trail will integrate seamlessly into that neighborhood as well as work closely with the community garden. And after a month of respectful deliberation, our city council chose to add two new library positions. One to work directly with patrons who may be experiencing homelessness, the other to get to help provide vital resources to kids who may need help reading. Our library serves residents from every walk of life. And in particular, it's become a place where some of our most vulnerable come to seek help and getting back on their feet. A special thank you to our library director, Director Pamela Westby, for bringing this recommendation to our city council in November. One of the most obvious and important services local government provides is ensuring our public safety. We see community safety in a holistic way. Under the leadership of Chief Staniszewski, our police department is a vital part of our community safety, but it's not the only component. Our 2019 budget had an increase for every single department in the city, which covered their personnel costs and ability to deliver current service levels. In 2018, we completed the new Fire Station 10, which replaced old Fire Station out on Birch Street. And our fire department also extended 10-year contracts with our surrounding municipalities, a cooperation that will help us provide EMS service into the future. Congratulations also to Chief Bell and the incredible work of the fire department in bringing together that agreement. We know that crime is lower when folks know their neighbors. That's why I'm excited to share that we have 3 new neighborhood associations that have started in this past year, and 2 more that are already getting organized. Keeping our children safe is another very important role of our city. Thank you to Lisa Giese and the Health Department, City County Health Department, for all the work that you do in our community. And thanks in part as well to the City County Board of Health. Last year we acted by their recommendation, and the American Psychiatric Association, the American College of Physicians, and the American Medical Association, who all see that the dangerous practice of conversion therapy targeting LGBTQ kids has to stop. A harmful and medically unnecessary practice. Additionally, we know that no amount of lead is safe. Lead changes people's brain chemistry. It can lead to developmental issues for children. It can even lead to violence. For our long-term safety, we have begun the long process of removing over 1,200 lead service lines that exist in our community. And we have taken a major step toward that by investing $700,000 to make sure that we remove every single last lead pipe. Having a safe community is important, but it's not the only reason Eau Claire has become a destination community. One of Eau Claire's top priorities is to ensure the economic growth and well-being of our community and all our residents. To that end, we are leveraging Eau Claire's biggest economic strength, and that is our award-winning quality of life. That's why we're investing in amenities such as Phoenix Park, the Confluence, bike trails, community gardens, mass transit, and our library. A strategy of focusing on people, investing in people and quality of life is exactly why we are able to keep and retain high-quality companies such as Jamf, Drylock, Menards, Presto, and so many others. As folks in this room know, more and more people want to live in a place that offers more services, and they're willing to pay a little more for those services. With so many jobs being able to be done remotely, spending public dollars on new infrastructure is incredibly important. Things like our bike trails, our transit, parks are even more critical to making sure that people are able to come to our community and have a high quality of life. I'm proud that in this past year we opened the Pablo, the new bridge connecting Phoenix Park, redid Graham Ave, and we're almost done with Haymarket Plaza. Great examples of public-private partnership that help build infrastructure and improve our quality of life. But while Eau Claire has seen great success, we still face great challenges. We continue to see widening disparity in wages. Wages are not keeping pace with the cost of living. And our recent ALICE report, as many of you know, found that 16% of our friends and neighbors are living in poverty. And 46% are just one medical bill or car accident away from not being able to pay their rent. With unemployment at 2.2%, Eau Claire has plenty of jobs. What we need are jobs that pay a living wage. Additionally, affordable housing is the largest challenge our community currently faces. Affordable housing means making sure everyone has the ability to afford a roof over their head. For all of the growth and success we've seen, we still have 300 children in our community, in our Eau Claire schools, who are homeless. It's 300 kids. We have community members tonight who will be sleeping on the streets. We have an unsustainable demand right now for affordable apartments and homes. And this problem will only get worse if we do not take quick and meaningful action. Every day we wait is another day that someone could be out in the cold. Another challenge is to make sure that every resident is treated fairly and equally. I know many residents on the north side and some on the west side have said that they feel that they're often left behind in terms of investments. That is not acceptable. And we're doing what we can to make sure that changes. In fact, this last year, we've made new investments in Northside Dog Park. We've made sure to invest in new trails, park up in Princeton Valley, and continue progress on the Pinehurst Park as well. Addressing all of these challenges that our community faces will not be easy, but it's something we've got to do. It's going to take planning, a vision, and a commitment from all of us. Just like any business, a city needs an agenda, meaningful goals we are working towards with measurable results. These are just some of a few goals that we have set as a city council looking into 2019. Top of our list is expanding affordable housing. From a listening session we convened last fall and a special task force between City of Eau Claire and Altoona planning departments, tonight, in fact, we will be hearing policy suggestions to ensure more people in our community have an affordable place to live. The plan will also highlight the need for a joint Eau Claire-Altoona Affordable Housing Commission, which would work directly with our local developers, bring folks to the table who can help our community make progress toward our affordable housing goals. We're also expanding community engagement in 2019 by investing in participatory budgeting. The very nature of government means that there will always be some level of formality and interacting with our community. And that can be a barrier for some. But participatory budgeting would set aside a portion of the budget that folks will be able to vote on directly, identifying projects that they feel are meaningful in their own neighborhoods. We've also got to do everything we can to protect our environment. Currently, 40% of our waste stream is organic waste, needlessly ending up in our landfill. Unless we act, our community is set to see higher trash fees because we need to continue to fund new landfill expansions and continue to waste a resource that potentially could be helping us. That's why we're working to implement effective composting strategies to make sure that we're reducing the amount of organics that are ending up in our landfill. Climate change is one of the most expensive and deadly challenges we face as a nation, which is why the City of Eau Claire joined the Paris Climate Agreement last year and committed to a goal of 100% clean energy, carbon-free, by 2050. Not just for our city operations, but in fact for our entire community. 2019 will be a vital year for laying forward the plan that gets us to that goal. One of the ways we're achieving this goal as well is by investing in hybrid buses. As many of you know, a few years ago, Volkswagen cheated on their emissions tests. And because of that, and government oversight, they were fined billions of dollars. And in the settlement money, we actually ended up getting $1.1 million, which we're investing now in 3 new hybrid buses to help curb our own emissions. We're also planning for the expansion of the library, the single most visited place in our downtown. Our city library was built in the mid-1970s. It's old and it needs some care. $11.5 million has been designated in our capital improvement plan to cover the estimated $5 to $6 million of vital repairs, and also to cover a potential planned expansion. And while we still have a lot of work to do, I'm excited by the work already being done to look at a convention center coming to Eau Claire. Estimates have already shown it could produce up to $200 million of additional economic impact and hundreds of new jobs. In conclusion, I am incredibly proud of the progress that our city has made over the last 10 years. We've added, again, 3,000 new jobs and hundreds of millions of dollars of new development throughout our community. We are focusing on engaging our neighborhoods, removing our lead pipes, protecting children, making sure that we're investing in quality of life amenities for everyone. We funded 2 new library positions to help address homelessness and at-risk youth literacy. We expanded public input at our city council meetings, and we've enacted an initiative to partner with public and private entities to ensure Eau Claire will run on 100% clean energy by the year 2050. But a lot of work remains. Too many are just making ends meet in our community. Wages are not keeping pace with the cost of living, and affordable housing is becoming increasingly scarce. However, I know that we are up to the task. We will not shy away from helping those who most need it in our community. We have the strength to bring together people from diverse backgrounds to make sure that we aim for a better tomorrow. Our community has shown time and again that we are up to those challenges. We have a strong business community, we have strong local government, we have a strong faith community, we have nonprofits, and we have a strong civic culture. And it is because of those strong foundations that I know we will be able to build an Eau Claire that works for everyone. Thank you.
This program was brought to you by a cooperation between Newsworks and the City of Eau Claire. A transcript of this meeting is available for the hearing impaired. It will be available within 7 days of this telecast. Call 715-839-4912 or TDD 715-839-1689. Or write Eau Claire City Clerk, P.O. Box 5148, Eau Claire, Wisconsin 54702-5148. Newsworks is made possible by continuing community support. If you would like to volunteer or make a donation, please contact us via phone at 715-839-5067 or online at valleymediaworks.org.